Another day, another opportunity for Kylan Boswell
Yeah.
To prove himself.
Yeah.
And again, when we get to the tournament, this is where you can make your name.
Yeah.
And as far as up and down a season as Kylan has had, the chance to come out and send your team to the Final Four, guess what?
Right.
You go down as one of the top 5 teams in school history if you make it to the Final Four.
Yep.
Point blank. And
you're part of that.
And a possible opportunity to win your second national championship for the program. You do that as the point guard of the University of Arizona, you are going to be, revered.
Right. And what I need from Kylan Boswell is this. I've been saying this all week, but every now and then I make a good point. And if I make a good point, I am going to keep beating it into the ground because there's very few times that I make a good point. I need you to shoot the ball. I do not care if you miss it, but if they're not playing off of you and they are daring you to shoot like Dayton was, shoot the ball. Again, you're out there. You're a talented kid. If you miss the shot, so be it. I get it. But the only thing that I will not live with is if you're not shooting the ball when they're daring, because you can shoot. We've seen it. We've seen it against Duke. We've seen it against Michigan State, where he's raining threes. We know you can do it. Take the shot. If you miss it, big whoop. We'll deal with it.
An aggressive Kylan Boswell is the best Kylan Boswell.
Exactly.
You have to play aggressive. Clemson is going to force Arizona to use Kylan Boswell.
Yeah.
I have a feeling to try and force him to win.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 1,000,000% I would. Listen, Clemson has familiarity with Caleb Love. They know exactly what they're going to bring to the table. He's going to bring to the table. They've faced him. PJ Hall's faced him for a couple years, before this year. And he knows what he brings to the table. He knows he's a competitor. He knows he's a good player. And he also knows, more importantly, that he can get on a hot streak and take you completely out of the game.
You know what I'm doing if I'm Tommy Lloyd? I'm pulling Kylan Boswell aside, and I am showing him clips of Caleb Love going 0 for 10 and then that next shot going in. Seriously. I mean, again, you're 18. I get all that. It's almost kind of a running joke, but you're a talented guy. And here's the thing, though, Saul. If you weren't talented, I wouldn't hold these expectations for you. We've seen players at Arizona, especially during like the Kevin O'Neal era. No offense, KO, but they probably, that's just kind of what they're capable of. I see you wanting to disagree, Saul Book.
I do want to disagree because I would not show him clips of Caleb Love shooting, going 0 for 10 and then hitting his 11th one, because I don't want Kylan Boswell to shoot 10 times and miss all 10 times. I want him to play within himself and take advantage of the opportunities that are there in front of him. If that means he shoots 10 in a row, cool. But if it's not there, then I don't want him to just chuck and duck. I think that he has it in himself to be able to take over a game in his particular way against the Clemson team that will mix up coverages. They will run zone. They will run man-to-man. They'll do a little matchup as well. And you can take advantage of them. Because I listen, man, I don't care what Clemson said today. I think we have the better guards. I think we have the better front court. They have a really, really good player that could, on a good day, could be as good as any player that U of A has, for sure. But that's one player. U of A has 4 or 5.
Here's the thing. If you were to do a draft of, say, the top 9 players in this game, 6 of them are from Arizona, 3 of them are from Syracuse. I mean, not Syracuse, excuse me. Well, yeah, I mean, Gerard. Here, Hall, obviously, he's somewhere in there. Hunter, and then Gerard. Well, here's the guys. Think about it. Arizona, Umar Bala, leader of men. Keyshawn Johnson, Pella Larson, Caleb Love. Right, the way they're playing right now. There's 4 easy
Jaden
ones.
Bradley, KJ Lewis, and then I would even throw Kylan Boswell in there.
Well, there you go. Then you got 7 out of 10.
So I was 7 out of 10, and then you have whatever scrubs you want to throw in from Clemson, man.